It was my idea, Nadine said, looking directly into my eyes during the board meeting, as if every email, every sketch, and every late night from the past 18 months had never existed. 12 people sat inside that glass-walled Chicago conference room. Investors, attorneys, and the 3 major clients to whom I had first presented my business model. Her company's BrightNest logo glowed on the screen. The tagline I had written was there too, word for word. I clenched my fist beneath the table. Nadine smiled, lifted her water glass and said, "Eva was only involved in the early brainstorming. The original concept, system, and launch strategy were mine." I didn't respond immediately. I opened my laptop, rested my finger on a folder and said only, "Then everyone should see the original emails." The room suddenly became so quiet that it felt as if someone had stopped the air. Nadine was my best friend, or at least I had believed she was. We met at college in Boston. She was fearless, outspoken, and capable of making friends anywhere. I was the woman who checked her notes 3 times before a presentation and still forgot the opening line. She took me to parties. I corrected her assignments. Our friendship survived graduation. Birthdays, breakups, new jobs, everything. 10 years later, we both lived in Naperville outside Chicago. Our homes were 15 minutes apart. On Saturday mornings, we took our children to Little League baseball, drank coffee in the bleachers, and complained about work, our husbands, and suburban life. My son, Noah, chased balls across the field while Nadine encouraged me to start a business. "Are you going to keep building systems for other people, or will you ever create something for yourself?" she would ask, laughing. That was when I developed BrightNest, a subscription service that combined scheduling, customer follow-ups, and inventory reminders for small local businesses in one simple dashboard. It wasn't an idea that appeared out of nowhere. While working at a consulting firm, I had watched small business owners struggle with 5 different apps, yet still miss appointments and lose customers. At night, I created process maps, interviewed potential customers, and built a basic prototype. Nadine was the first person I showed. He sat across from me at my kitchen island. It was almost 11. An old crime show played on late-night TV while I demonstrated the dashboard on my laptop. She leaned toward the screen. "Eva, this could become something huge." I still remember those words because at the time I heard affection in them, not greed. Nadine worked in marketing. She offered to improve my pitch deck and help me practice for client presentations. I gave her access to my research, pricing model, customer interviews, and prototype. We never signed a formal partnership agreement, because she was my best friend. Believe me, I even used the same password we had jokingly shared in college. We worked together for 6 months. I developed the product, she met people. I created customized proposals for a dental chain in Milwaukee, 2 home service companies in Indianapolis, and a fitness franchise in Chicago. Each proposal contained specialized workflows and projected savings. Every email came from my business account with Nadine copied. Then her behavior changed. She postponed meetings and claimed the clients weren't ready. One morning she told me her mother was sick and that she needed several weeks away. I didn't question her. I brought food to her house, picked up her children from baseball practice, and paused my investor discussions so she wouldn't be left behind. 3 weeks later, I was standing in the refrigerator light eating leftovers when a LinkedIn notification appeared on my phone. Nadine Brooks is proud to announce the launch of BrightNest Solutions. My fork fell to the floor. I opened the post. It displayed the same name I had written on the last page of my notebook. The same blue and orange color scheme. The same tagline, "Small business, finally in sync." Below it was Nadine's photograph, white blazer, confident smile, and an announcement claiming she had created the platform after 2 years of independent research. I called her immediately. "What have you done?" She remained silent for several seconds. Then her tone changed. "Eva, nobody owns an idea. I executed it. All you ever did was plan. I built the prototype. I found the clients. And I built the company. That's the difference." At 3 that morning, the entire house was silent. Noah and my husband Daniel were asleep, but I sat in the blue light of the living room television, opening old emails. In the stillness of 3 a.m., every timestamp seemed to speak. My original sketches, Nadine's responses, client proposals, and prototype demonstration links. In one email she had written, "Your system is brilliant. I'll only handle the marketing." I saved everything. For the next 2 months, I made no public accusations. My attorney, Rachel Kim, explained that proving I had originated the idea wouldn't be enough. We needed to demonstrate that Nadine had misappropriated confidential materials, proprietary workflows, and client information. We obtained server logs showing that she had downloaded my files 1 week before launching her company. She had also removed the figures from my customized proposals and sent the same documents to clients under her own name. Meanwhile, BrightNest appeared to be growing quickly. Nadine secured funding, hired employees, and began holding board meetings. All 3 clients signed preliminary contracts with her after being told that I had left the project and legally transferred all the work to her company. That lie became her greatest mistake. Rachel sent the clients and BrightNest's board a formal notice supported by evidence. The board called an emergency meeting and allowed me to present my records. It was the same meeting where Nadine declared, "It was my idea." I opened the first email. It was dated 18 months before her company existed. Then I displayed the prototype's version history, my name, coding notes, and timestamps. Next came the client's original replies, showing that they had directed their questions to me while Nadine had merely been copied. The Milwaukee client looked at her. "You told us Eva transferred every right to you. Where is that document?" Nadine had no answer. Rachel then presented the server logs and an email record showing that Nadine had forwarded my files to her new corporate account without permission. Her attorney lowered his head and began writing. The investors left to confer privately. By noon, all 3 clients had terminated their agreements. The lead investor froze the funding, the board suspended Nadine as CEO, and the company announced that it was halting operations that same day. BrightNest didn't legally cease to exist immediately, but its business, funding, and leadership authority disappeared within hours. After the meeting, Nadine confronted me in the parking garage. "You destroyed my entire life," she said. I looked at her face. The same face beside mine in college photographs at our children's birthday parties and on the Little League bleachers. "No," I said quietly. "I only showed them the original emails. You did everything else yourself." Several months later, a legal settlement restored my rights to the prototype, brand assets, and client relationships. I renamed the company HarborSync because BrightNest still reminded me of that night beneath the refrigerator light. On the morning of our first official board meeting, I arrived early. Chicago looked clear through the office window. Noah had hidden a baseball card inside my laptop bag. On the back he had written, "Mom's Company." I laughed, softly and genuinely. Taking my first sip of coffee, I opened the door for my new team. My idea had returned, but I was no longer the same woman. This time I had more than a dream. I had my name, my contracts, and my voice beside it. If Eva's journey reminded you that truth, courage, and self-belief can overcome even the deepest betrayal, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue sharing powerful, emotional stories like this one. Thank you sincerely for watching until the end and for being a valued part of our community.